Hi students, in last class video you have learned about what is rest and motion and what is force and its types and what is inertia and what is its types, and at final you have seen what is a momentum. So today in this class you are going to see about the concepts. So in this class you are going to see about the rotating effect of force. From that you are going to know about what is a moment, and next principle of moment, then coupled, then application of moment of force and their relative problems. The topic that you have going to learn is very useful in +1 and +2, so be serious. Okay, thank you. Okay, so see this picture. What this picture shows, there is an object here. What is this? An object. In this object a force is applied. Due to this application of force, this object moves in this direction. That is already shown by the symbol. Moves in this picture. That means the object begins to roll like this. How it is rolled? It is rolled like this. Called. It makes to rotate about the axis. About an axis. So this was a topic for axis of rotation. Then next, see this picture. Here also a force is applied, but the object is placed in a fixed point. What is this? A fixed point you fix it here. So if you apply the force, the object begins to rotate like this. That means here the object rotates about a fixed point. So this is called point of rotation. So in general, if a force is applied to an object, there may be a possibility of rotation along the axis as well as along the point of rotation. So these are the things that you are going to learn now. Okay, right. Next, we are going to see about what is the rotating effect of force. See this diagram. A person is trying to close the door, right? Where he put his hand? He put his hand in the door handle. Okay, right. In the door, the handle is always fixed on the edges of the door, right? Why it is fixed there? Because in order to close the door very easily, how it is closed? See that the man apply the force at this handle point, where if apply the force at the handle of the door, but the action of force should be acting along this direction. Where it is the action of the force should be happened at the hinges which is fixed on the other side of the door. The hinges அப்படின்னு சொல்றதா நம்ம கீல் அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். நம்ம வீட்டில் இருக்கக்கூடிய கதவுகளை பார்த்தோம்னா கதவினுடைய ஒரு முனை வெளியில் திறந்துருக்கு, நம்ம ஹேண்டில் கிட்ட இருக்கும். இன்னொரு கதவு மறுமுனையை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த மாதிரி கீழில் ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க. அப்போ if you apply the small force in this handle, the door can be easily closed. That means how it is possible? This is a question you have to know. The applied force is acting on the handle. The action of the force is acting on the axis of the rotation. In order to make easily close, the distance between the axis of rotation and the point where you apply the force should be large. However, what will be the large value? The effect is very easy to close the door. So if we apply a force to an object and the action of the force will be happen at some more point, if the distance is more, means the rotating effect is very easy. Okay, you understand this, right? See the diagrams. What are the diagrams they are given here? The first diagram, a spanner. The spanner is fixed on a screw, and by applying the force with our hand we can unwind the screw here. Here the screw is rotated about along the axis of rotation or point of rotation. It is a point of rotation. Whatever be the force applied on this point, the action of the force should be acting at this point. If we have the distance is more, the rotation is very, very easy. Okay, right. See here, this is a seesaw which you have seen in the park itself for a playing purpose. Okay, so this is our cycling, how the rotating effect is utilized here. And this is a steering wheel of a vehicle, either a car or a bus. So due to the rotating effect, we can turn the direction of the bus or the car. So this is called gears with a teeth. Due to the rotation of these gears, we can alter the speed of the vehicle, and also it is used to transmit the power of the system, right? And this is a bottle opener, and all of these are examples for the rotating effect of the force. Now we have seen one by one. Okay, right. So what is the rotating effect of force? Here I have given two pictures. One picture that a man closing the door, and another picture a spanner unwind a screw. So this is based on the rotating effect of force occurs on the axis of rotation. Where it occurs? Axis of rotation. So this is occurs along the axis of the rotation. Okay, and this is occurs along the point of rotation. Here axis of rotation, point of rotation. The definition is given here. Just you know, if they apply a force on an object, if the rotating effect is occurs along an axis, that is called axis of rotation. If the rotating effect is occurs with respect to a particular point, that is called point of rotation. Now you know about what is axis of rotation and what is a point of rotation. Okay, right. Then next, right. In order to measure the rotating effect of a force, you have to know the concept called moment of the force. The moment is nothing but is used to measure the turning effect of the force. Okay, the turning effect of the force, or how much the rotating effect should be occurs, will be measured with the terms calculating the concept moment. How moment is calculated? The moment is calculated by using the formula here. That is tau equal to F into D. What is F? That is force. And what is D? That is distance. That means the force that you have applied here. See this diagram. This is F. Okay, the value of the force. And what is the distance? The distance between the point of application of force to the action of force, that is called D. Okay, by calculating these two values, F into T, or you find the product of the force and the distance between the line of action of the force and the application of the force, will give the moment of the force value. Okay, right. Next, before going to couple, you have to know about what are the units of moment. Okay, right. So moment equal to, what is the formula? Force into distance. So the unit of the force is Newton and the distance unit is meter. So the unit of the moment is Newton meter. Newton meter, right? Since it has a force quantity, the moment is a vector. The moment is a vector. So this should be asking a one mark question. Maybe asking one mark question. Okay. So moment is a scalar or vector. It is a vector quantity. Okay. Right. Then we are going to deal the next concept called couple. What is couple? In Tamil, அதுக்கு என்ன பேர் சொல்றோம் அப்படின்னா இரட்டை அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். So what you have to know, what is the difference between moment and couple. In moment, there is a application of only single force here at one point, and action of force should be occurred at another point. Here in couple, you have to apply two equal and unlike parallel forces. See the sentence. Two equal and unlike parallel forces acting at two distinct points. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? ஒரே பொருள்ல ரெண்டு சமமான எதிர் எதிர் விசைகள் ஒரு ரெண்டு புள்ளியில செயல்பட்டுச்சுன்னா அதுல உருவாக்கக்கூடியது தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம்? கப்புள். எப்படி சார் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிறது? ரைட். வீட்டில் நம்ம துணி துவைக்கும் போது துணியை நினச்சிட்டு புழியிறோம் இல்லையா, புழியும்போது என்ன பண்ணுவோம், கை எந்த பக்கமோ அந்த பக்கம் ஆப்போசிட்டாக செய்யும்போது அந்த துணி என்ன ஆகுது, begins to twist. That is called couple. That is called couple. Okay, right. If two equal and unlike parallel forces acting on a two distinct point, what is produced? A couple is produced. Right. In a couple, the net force is zero. The net force is zero. Why it is net force? See here, one force is acting in this direction and another force is acting in the opposite direction. If you find the resultant force F equal to, already we know if two forces are acting in the opposite direction, you have to take the difference. So F minus F, so nothing but equal to 0. So the resultant force acting on a couple is 0. You have to know, right? If it is 0, the resultant force is 0, what happens? The motion of the couple should be a rotatory one. அது என்ன ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணோம்னா ஒரு ரொட்டேஷனரி மோஷனை தான் உருவாக்கும். எந்த மோஷனை உருவாக்காது? இட் டஸ் நாட் ப்ரொடியூஸ் த டிரான்ஸ்லேட்டரி மோஷன். நமக்கு டிரான்ஸ்லேட்டரி மோஷனுங்கிறது, ஒரு டிரான்ஸ்லேட்டரி மோஷன்னா என்ன அப்படின்னா ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரைட் லைன் மோஷன். அப்போ ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்டில் ரெண்டு எண்டில் ரெண்டு ஈக்குவல் அண்ட் ஃபோர்ஸஸ் வந்து ஆப்போசிட்டாக ஆக்ட் பண்ணிச்சுன்னா அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ரொட்டேட்டரி மோஷனுக்கு போகுமே தவிர எந்த மோஷனுக்கு போகாது? டிரான்ஸ்லேட்டரி மோஷன். இது ஒன்று தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். ரொட்டேட்டரி மோஷன் போகிறதுக்கு காரணம் அங்கே ரிசல்டன்ட் ஃபோர்ஸுங்கிறது ஈக்குவல் டு 0. அதனால தான் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம்னா அதுக்கு ரொட்டேஷனரி மோஷன் இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறத நீங்கள் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். இதுதான் கப்பலை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும். ஓகேங்களா? ரைட். நெக்ஸ்ட், how we calculate the moment of the force? Here also you can able to calculate the moment of the couple. What is the formula for the moment of the couple? This given here. The moment of the couple is nothing but the product of force and the perpendicular distance. What is this? The perpendicular distance. The moment of the couple is nothing but equal to product of the force and the perpendicular distance that is given in the definition itself. Okay, right. So m is equal to f into mass. Then what was its unit? The unit is nearly equal to the moment of the force, because here also f into s, so that is Newton meter. So as moment of the force is a vector quantity, the momentum of the couple is also a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Okay, right. So here the perpendicular distance is very, very important. Right. So these are the examples that is given for moment of the couple. That is rotating of a tap, spinning of a top, then unwinding a screw with the help of a screwdriver, and these are the examples for moment of a couple. So this is along the point of axis, and this is also along the point of axis, and this is also along the point of axis of rotation. Right? Okay. Right. So just you have I given this picture, just you have to know the moment of the couple here. Right. In your book they give some application related to torque. So what is the torque? The torque is nothing but equal to moment of force. Otherwise the moment of force we called it as torque. திருப்புத்திறன் அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்றோம். விசையின் திருப்புத்திறனுக்கு பேர் டார்க் சொல்றோம். The first example is gear. gear அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். பல் சக்கரம். அதுக்கு என்ன பேருமா தமிழ்ல? பல் சக்கரம். நான் என்ன சொல்லிட்டேன், the gear is used to accelerate the speed of a vehicle. ஒரு வண்டியினுடைய வேகத்தை அதிகரிக்கிறதுக்காக நம்ம பயன்படுத்த போது என்னது கியர் அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். நீங்க சைக்கிள் கூட பயன்படுத்திருப்பீங்க. சைக்கிளில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 4 கீர் கொண்டது அப்படின்னு நமக்கு தெரியும். அந்த கீரை மாற்றும் போது ஸ்பீடு நமக்கு என்ன ஆகும்? சேஞ்சஸ் ஆகும். ஸோ பெரிய வீலில் போகும்போது டைம் ஆஃப் ரொட்டேஷன் மேக்ஸ் மோர், அண்ட் ஸ்மால் வீலில் போகும்போது டைம் ஆஃப் ரொட்டேஷன் வில் மேக் ஃபாஸ்ட். ஸோ இன் ஆர்டர் டு மூவ் ஃபாஸ்ட் வி ஹாவ் டு மூவ் த டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டைப் ஆஃப் கியர்ஸ். அப்போ அதே தான் இங்கேயும் பண்ணுறோம். இந்த கியரை பயன்படுத்த நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம்னா ஸ்பீட் ஆஃப் த ரொட்டேஷனை இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணுறோம். வீலோட ஸ்பீட் ஆஃப் ரொட்டேஷனை இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணுறோம். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ இட் இஸ் யூஸ் டு டிரான்ஸ்மிட் த பவர். தென் நெக்ஸ்ட் சீசா. சீசானா என்னப்பா தமிழ்ல? ஏற்ற இறக்கம் அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். So these type of instruments we have seen in the park itself. If you go to the park with your brother, elder brother, okay, so the elder brother is sit on one side, you sit on the other side. You are so fat when compared to your brother, so you push down or push up. You have push down. So in order that your brother will came in the upward direction, he cannot able to push him in order to make you up, because your force is large when compared to your brother. So, but you want to play continuously. So what you have to do, just while sitting here, you have to move to the another near distance. If you move towards the point, the force created by your the turning effect produced by you will equalize the force, the turning effect produced by your brother. So that you have to move. That means the distance between your application of force will be managed in order to make the moment of the force equal to your brother, so that you can able to play continuously. Okay, so that in your book they are given, you can able to lift a lighter person with the, or the lighter person can able to lift a heavier person. In the book itself they are given. Right. Then third application, that is steering wheel. I already told, this is used to turn the direction of the vehicle. So what was the rotation that should be given here in the wheel? That should be happen in under the engine of the car. So what is the rotation that you have given that will make a turn in the wheel such that the vehicle changes its direction? So this was the use of steering wheel. Right? The next concept, that's called principle of moment. What is this? Principle of moment. திருப்புத்தனுடைய தத்துவம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். Suppose if you take an object like this, okay, so this was the point of application. Here you applied one force F1 and another force F2. Okay, it may be a like parallel forces or unlike parallel forces, anything. If two forces are acting, the moment created by this force, see here, the moment created by this force and this moment created by this force should be equal, such that the object should be in the equilibrium condition. If the moment created by the force F1 is equal to the moment created by the force F2, then the object should be in the equilibrium condition. That is called principle of moment. So that exactly the definition is, when a number of like and unlike parallel forces acting on a rigid body and the body is in the equilibrium condition, then the algebraic sum of the moment in the clockwise direction is equal to algebraic sum of the moments in the anti-clockwise direction. So what is the algebraic sum here? The algebraic sum means the force direction is very important. Here this is produced an anti-clockwise direction. So if the force one like here, the moment should be across in this direction. This is anti-clockwise. If you take this force, this will make a clockwise rotation. So this is anti-clockwise moment and this is clockwise moment. If it is equal, the object is in the equilibrium condition. This is principle of moment. There is another statement, at equilibrium. What is this? At equilibrium, the algebraic sum of the moments of all individual forces about any point is equal to 0. This is also another statement for principle of moment. You can write any one of these in the exam. Okay, let's see here. So this is the diagram that I drawn previously. Okay, so this is the point P where the object is placed, and this is F1 and this is F2. In the book itself given, it is anti-clockwise moment and it is a clockwise moment. Okay, right. So this also you have to done as a practical in future in 10th standard itself. Okay, right. Then what does the moment? First you have calculate what the moment created by the force F1. We know moment formula. What is the formula for moment? So moment equal to force into distance, right? Force into distance. So what moment you have produced? Anti-clockwise moment first. What is anti-clockwise moment? The product of force into its distance. Similarly, What is clockwise moment? F2 into D2. Okay, F2 into D2. So what is the principle of motion at equilibrium condition? The algebraic sum of the anti-clockwise moment is equal to algebraic sum of the clockwise moment. This F1 D1 is equal to F2 D2. So using this formula, you can able to calculate the unknown force also, and you can able to calculate the distance also that you have done in the practical itself. Okay. Suppose if a known force is given, if you want to find the unknown force or unknown weight of the object, that is experiment. If you want to find F2, you can write F1 D1 by D2. So this formula, using this formula, you can be able to calculate F2. Similarly, if you want to calculate D1, alter this equation, you can be able to calculate the D1 itself. Okay? I understand the principle of moment. So don't worry, you have seen this very clearly in the practical exam. Okay? Right. Next we go to the evaluation part. So in which of the following sport the turning effect of the force is used? இங்க இருக்கக்கூடிய 4 விளையாட்டுல எதுல டர்னிங் எஃபெக்ட் இருக்கு? டர்னிங் எஃபெக்ட்னா என்ன சொல்லிருக்கேன்? If you apply the force, the rotation should be happen. Swimming, tennis, cycling, hockey. Where the rotating effect occurs, turning effect is occurs. It should not be occurs in swimming. It should not be occurs in tennis, and it should not be occurs in the hockey. So the answer is cycling. So this is the clue I given here. Then fill in the blanks. By the convention of clockwise moment and taken as dash, and the clockwise anti-clockwise moments are taken as dash. This is right. Okay. There is one rule. Suppose the F1 act like this and F2 act like this. Okay. So this will provide an anti-clockwise moment, and this is provide the clockwise momentum. The rule is, if it is provides the clockwise moment, this is taken as negative, and F1 produce anti-clockwise moment, this is taken as positive value. Okay. So by convention, the clockwise moment is taken as negative, and the anti-clockwise moment is positive. Be careful, this question can be able to ask in the statement also. And dash is used to change the speed of the car. So this also is seen in the application, that is gear. Okay, right. State whether the following statement are true or false. Correct the statement if it is false. Okay. But the statement given, turning a nut with a spanner having a short handle is so easy than one with the long handle. ஒரு நட்டை திருப்பணும், ஸ்பேனரை பயன்படுத்தி திருப்புறோம் அப்படின்னா ஸ்பேனருடைய கைப்பிடி சின்னதாக இருந்தால் ஈஸியாக இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் கொடுத்துக்கிறாங்க. நான் ஏற்கனவே சொல்லிட்டேன், இந்த ஹேண்டில் வந்து டிஸ்டன்ஸ் என்ன இருக்குன்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன் நான் ஏற்கனவே. இட் சுட் பி வெரி வெரி லார்ஜ். ஸோ இன் ஆர்டர் டு மேக் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் மோர், the handle should be very very lengthy one, so that it is easy. So turning a nut with a spanner having a short handle is so easy than one with a long handle. அப்படின்னா you have to replace this. Okay, the short is replaced by long, and the long is replaced by the short. Remember, if this type of question is asked in the question paper, correct the statement if it is false means you have to write the answer whether it is right or wrong. If it is false, you have to write this is the above statement is false. That will give 1 mark. Okay, so be careful in writing that. So in this answer you have to replace the short and long. The answer is given. Okay, right. Then assertion reason type, கூற்று காரணம் சொல். So assertion means a statement is given, and reason also a statement is given. There may be possibility of both are right, and there may be a possibility of both are wrong, and there may be possibility of one is right and another is wrong. Okay, in sometimes they give the statements relate to each other or unrelated to each other. What type of question asked, you have to answer like this. For this question they give the 4 options here, A, B, C, D. A is both assertion reasons are true and correct are the correct explanation of assertion. B, both is reason true but R is not the correct explanation. C, assertion true, reason false. D, assertion false, reason is true. You have to identify what type of statement it is. Right. First you read the statement here. Assertion. The sum of clockwise movement is equal to sum of the anti-clockwise movement. Is this the correct statement or wrong statement? Yes, this shows the principle of movement. Okay. The sum of clockwise movement ஓட வேல்யூ sum of anti-clockwise movement என்ன இருக்கணும் ஈக்குவலா இருந்தா தான் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ஈக்குவல் கண்டிஷன் இருக்கணும் ஸ்டேபிள் சொல்லிட்டோம். So this is the right condition. Okay. So it is true. One type. Second reason. The principle of conservation of momentum is valid if the external force on the system is zero. So this thing you are going to learn in next class. So this also a true statement, but here the conservation of momentum is not related with this assertion. Okay, இந்த assertionக்கு இந்த reasonக்கு சம்பந்தம் இல்லை. இது rotating effect பத்தி பேச போகுது, இது linear moment பத்தி பேச போகுது, linear moment பத்தி பேச போகுது. அப்ப என்ன நம்ம ஆப்ஷன் கொடுக்குறோம் அப்படின்னா B option is given. That means both the assertion reasons are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. So this was the answer. This was the answer. Right. So then this is brief questions. Define moment of the couple and state the principle of moment. So this we have already did. Then why a spanner with a long handle is preferred to tighten the screw in a heavy vehicle? ஏன் வந்து ஸ்பேனர்ல வந்து கைப்பிடி அதிகமாக இருக்கணும்? சிம்பிள் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். In order to produce more rotating effect with small force. குறைந்த விசையை கொண்டு அதிகமான அளவுக்கு ரொட்டேட்டிங் எஃபெக்டை ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணுறது தான் ஹேண்டில் என்ன இருக்கணும் அதிகமாக இருக்கணும். அதுக்கு க்ளூ நான் கொடுத்துருக்கிறேன். டவ் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு எஃப் இன்டூ டி. டி அதிகமாச்சுன்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக என்ன ஆகும் நமக்கு ரொட்டேட்டிங் எஃபெக்ட் அதிகமாகும் அப்படிங்கிறது கான்செப்ட். ரைட். நவ் see this question. A steering wheel is rotated at a point. A steering wheel is rotated at a point whose distance is 70 centimeter. The moment of the force is 28 Newton meter. Calculate the force. Calculate the force. Okay, right. Now we are going to solve the problem. So what are the things that are given here? Distance they given. What they given? Distance. Distance equal to how much? 70 centimeter. Then what they given? Moment of the force. How much? 28 Newton meter. Okay, right. You have to calculate force. என்ன கண்டுபிடிக்க போறோம்ப்பா? Force என்ன? நமக்கு என்ன ஃபார்முலா தெரியுங்க? Moment equal to force into distance. Therefore, F is equal to, what is the formula? Moment by distance. Okay, right. Moment, what is the value of moment? 28. What is the value of D? 70 centimeter. Can you use 70 centimeter here? No. See the unit here. This is Newton meter and this is centimeter. So you have to change 70 centimeter into meter. So how many centimeter equal to 1 meter? 100 centimeter equal to 1 meter. Okay. So you have to divide it by 100. That is equal to 0.7 meter. 0.7 meter. So you put 0.7 here. So not to divide, multiply by 10. Multiply by 10, multiply by 10. So 280 divided by 7, that is equal to 40 Newton. This is the answer. Okay. This is a problem relating to find the force by giving the moment value. Then this is the book problem. A mechanic unscrew a nut by applying a force of 140 Newton with a spanner of length 40 centimeter. What should be the length of the spanner if a force of 40 Newton is applied to unscrew the same nut? அப்படி என்ன சொல்றாங்க, ஒரு நட்டை கழட்டுறாங்க ஒரு ஸ்பேனரை வச்சு, அந்த ஸ்பேனரோட லென்த் 40 சென்டிமீட்டர், அப்ளிகேஷன் ஆஃப் ஃபோர்ஸ் எவ்வளோப்பா 140 நியூட்டன். அதே நட்டை இன்னொரு ஸ்பேனரை பயன்படுத்துகிறோம், ஆனால் கொடுக்கக்கூடிய ஃபோர்ஸ் எவ்வளோ இருக்கு 40 நியூட்டன். அப்போது லென்த் எவ்வளோ இருக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறத அவங்க கேள்வி கேட்குறாங்க. சரிங்களா? அப்போ இதுக்கு எந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தை எந்த பிரின்சிபிளை யூஸ் பண்ணணும், பிரின்சிபிள் ஆஃப் மூமெண்ட். எதை யூஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம், பிரின்சிபிள் ஆஃப் மூமெண்ட். ரைட், ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொடுத்த வேல்யூ எழுதுங்க. So F1 is equal to 140 Newton, D1 equal to 40 centimeter. Next, F2 is equal to 40 Newton and D2 equal to how much? Okay. According to principle of moment, we know the formula F1 D1 is equal to F2 D2. Okay. So how to calculate D2? So therefore D2 is equal to F1 into D1 by F2. What is the value of F1? 140. What is the value of D1? It is 40. And what is the value of F2? This is 40. We cancel each other such that that is equal to 140 centimeter. So this is explained by the example, the diagram here. Okay. So this is the point of application. And this is the force F1 of 140 Newton. The distance is D1, that is equal to 40 centimeter. And this is the force F2 of value 40N. And this is D2. This is the thing you have calculated now. Okay. So using this formula, you can calculate the value of D2, that is equal to 140 centimeter. So by this class is going to end, and we see you tomorrow with another topic. Bye bye.